YouTube, T20, and I'm doing the voiceover now for part 35 for the House of Cornellia campaign for my Roman Empire in Rome Total War 2. Anyway, in this part we're going to be fighting this battle you guys are looking forward to. Sorry about the delay. If I didn't do this voiceover, it would have been a little bit of a less of a delay. Basically, I had midterms that week. I got one tomorrow. I should really be studying for it right now. I can spare half an hour to take a break, though, from studying. Anyway, so I got a bunch of legions here. We got some auxiliary cavalry, some Italian spearmen. We got some Numidian mercenaries. We're going to get a bunch of skirmishers, some Celtic spears, and a lot of other different troops. Now, they have reinforcements in this battle, which is going to be a problem for me, so what I'm really going to try to do in this part is I'm going to try to... Look at those. Oh, I'm sorry, those are auxiliary infantry. Those are like spears. Those are pretty awesome. We saw auxiliary infantry in Rome Total War 1, and there's auxiliary infantry in that game were light infantry, but at least it's nice to know that auxiliary infantry are now heavy. So they'll be good against elephants and other various forms of cavalry or, you know, chariots, other things. Anyway, so I'm going to be using my auxiliary infantry in the back to kind of protect my general if I need. I'm going to be using my cavalry all in one blob here on the left side. I'm going to keep them hidden. We got our general who is mistakenly in a cohort unit instead of a... At least give him a speech. Instead of a cavalry unit. So I think those are... Enemy reinforcements. I mean, right now I'm doing this over in my software, so I can't get a complete HD screen there, but I believe those are veteran legionnaires. Let's see my mouse over one. Oh, it's just regular legionnaires. Okay, so I got a bunch of legionnaires and some auxiliary. Look at all the horde of these guys. Some of those sword units can be very dangerous, not to mention they have a ton of troops and they're coming out of the woods. So I have to activate my cavalry. I got to use these guys very effectively where I am in deep trouble in this battle. I will literally get overrun and pushed back to Rome, and the barbarians will burn down our glorious temples that we have. So that's the main purpose to get rid of the enemy here. I'm going to activate my cavalry, try to use my Numidians to skirmish, but honestly I'm going to be using them to form a test here to protect myself from the slingers. I'm going to let them come to me here. I think the barbarians, they form their own, some of them have their own little testudo formation, which is kind of cool, I think. So anyway, my cavalry is going to try to have them skirmish a little bit with these guys, just take down some of their numbers. But I don't think I'm using my cavalry too well here, at least these skirmish cavalry here. And then I just decided, you know, might as well just charge them, they'll probably take more casualties that way. While those guys are shooting at my Numidian mercenaries there, we are going to be charging the skirmishers on the right side of the screen. I'm trying to micro these guys away. In patch 4, I think they allowed... Oh, I got those guys by accident. In patch 4, they allowed the cavalry to withdraw more... it's not more easily, but they allow them to withdraw... How do you say this? They're able to withdraw a lot easier now from the situation. So I've overrun the slingers on that flank, but as you can see on the bottom there, one of my legions already taken a ton of casualties. Look at all the dead bodies right there. It's ridiculous. Slingers are very effective. Do not let them shoot at you all day. In this army, normally my velites, so this would have maybe helped a little bit, but let's be honest, they just outnumber me heavily. So I'm going to start swinging over my cavalry. I'm calling some attack horse, but of course I'm going to charge like headlong into the spears there. I mean, this battle is just getting chaotic quickly, so I'm going to try to pull back some of my cavalry, and I'm going to be using my legionnaires primarily. Well, I'm trying to loop around some of them, but let's be honest, with the legionnaires they're supporting, we'll be able to wipe out the spears. So I'm definitely going to have my cavalry try to take down these slingers. The barbarians have a ton of slingers. I want to see some... I understand a lot of the AI's armies are pre-programmed that way, like they're programmed to recruit certain types of units and stuff, but I would like to see some of the heavy units. I want to see some more barbarian heavy units. I want to see some more Poan armies, because besides the numbers, this army is not too great. It's not Rome is overpowered necessarily with some of their infantry. That could be that might be a reason. I mean, my guys stopped here and getting shot by a bunch of these slingers. But overall, the legionnaires can fight off pretty much a lot of their basic war troops. I think the barbarians do have a lot. They have some better units than these early Roman units. They just might not be able to recruit them at the time. So I'm going to try to reform the new line before this new battle commences. My cavalry is busy on this right flank dealing with death to some of these guys. Very epic battle right now. I mean, there's so many barbarians. I gotta charge some of these skirmishers. I can't let myself, can't take that many casualties. Look at these guys, so many. They got their spears right by us. I gotta do a quick charge and pull out. Yeah, that's what a quick charge looks like. These guys look like they're a Verni almost, but I think I've already gotten rid of that faction. But yeah, definitely getting Gauls, a very good idea. My guys got a little stuck there and charged. They got like hit by the spears. So now I'm pulling them out again. My guys are taking a ton of casualties just from sitting here, so I'm going to put them in a formation, and I'm breaking the formation. I'm going to move up. These missile arm riders, or whatever they want to call themselves, are being pulled out there. I'm starting to take a lot of casualties. Those guys will not disengage from that fight, so in patch 4 we see a little bit different. We see a difference in that. So that's good. I mean, they got to keep. I mean, the game's never. They have to patch certain things, which is good. And surprisingly, that noble horse routed my men, so I still need my cavalry, so I'm gonna try to disengage from that. They're chasing some of my Numidians all over the place, and I'm okay to go after the skirmishers. I'm just gonna charge in with my guys. Unfortunately, these guys do not have Draco, so they can't like help counter cavalry very well. These guys are getting pretty beat up trying to take on those guys. As you can see, Roman discipline here should hopefully win the day as we're starting to surround the barbarians. It's hard to micro some of these guys. The only people who are wavering are my cavalry way out here. I figured, you know, my cavalry might die out there. I just don't really have the time. I gotta get rid of some of these skirmishers still.
Remember your ancestors!
Remember your ancestors? Your glorious ancestors that fought the Carthaginians. Well, not really. The Garmantians and Nacomonians or whatever. They were the ones that actually got rid of the Carthaginians for us. Well, in this version of the Roman history of the game, well, as you can clearly see, the fact that history isn't always perfect in total war, and you can kind of make your own history.
Our men flee the field
like have
of
Carthage
battle.
destroy Rome.
This is a shameful
I think that's kind of cool. Like, one thing I love about the new map is that it's so big, and like I've conquered a lot, but I got so much more to conquer. Like, well, after I conquer Britain and Gaul, I'm pushing out east towards Russia. And gonna come down towards Thrace. Then I'm also having a front in Egypt, and I'm gonna take out some of the guys near the Egyptians. And I'll be in the Middle East attacking Armenia to finish our final battle objective. Anyway, luckily these guys were low quad and they routed, but I took a ton of casualties. Especially my horse units got really beat up. Since I only have like 3 auxiliary horse units left, so it was a close victory. Yeah, I lost a decent number. I think that. What is that? Like 1,000? Oh, 539. Yeah, sorry. The HD quality isn't that good on the preview here. So we got 2,000. We killed 2,000 of these barbarians. So now I'm starting to take some real losses here, which is good for my cause because I can keep my cavalry necessarily safe. Oh, these are the Trividi. Fortunately, we did not kill their general, and we pushed back their army. So I will maybe be able to. That legion got one option, right? We're gonna give him a cavalry unit though.
We hunger for battle.
So it looks like my general survived that battle and then died. Luckily, we have 2 armies here that are gonna converge.
Attack for Rome!
And they're giving us the advantage because we've got Praetorians, so I'm just gonna auto-resolve. And we're gonna take out these barbarians here.
Is that all?
Push their army off. Scipio, our famous General Scipio, is now gonna take their capital. And I'm just gonna auto-resolve because I don't want to fight these guys again. That wouldn't have been much of a fight. I did lose a legion there. I didn't realize that when I actually record it. So that's not good. Usual stuff will convert over the various buildings to Roman culture. Now those guys that we beat that are still alive are suffering attrition. I'm gonna try to use this spy. First, I'm gonna bring the army over here to start replenishing. I'm not sure in that pass they take attrition. We briefly walk through someone's lands,
How can I be of assistance?
but we're definitely gonna try to get rid of this this person. We're probably gonna.
Bring you their liver.
We actually assassinated her, which is pretty impressive. So I don't have their agent and their army's just wandering around. It's kind of funny because those guys up there, I'm gonna say there's like a part of Gaul that was known as like Britannia, or there's like a part of like Britain for all these years before the Roman Empire collapsed or something. But those guys are actually gonna, in my latest part that I just recorded recently, like last night, Those guys are actually wandering around Italy in Corsica, and they're like suffering attrition, but they've just like moved, they like migrated down there. So my goal is to convert over these areas because, as you can see, they're mostly Germanic. Well, there's Germanic culture, then there's like then there's nomadic, and then there's like the barbarian culture, which these guys are. I'm starting to make a ton of money, which is very enjoyable in this part right now. I mean, just overall, the more you conquer, the more money you get. And I might actually turn down taxes in my latest part because I'm making so much money that I don't necessarily need it. I mean, taxes, someone's in Total Wars, you had a problem, but if you're, how many cities I have pretty much, and the way, my biggest trouble now is balancing out my food supply and my cities and happiness, because I build temples to keep people happy, and then I'm building the food areas to feed the temples and keep people happy. So it's like I'm gonna try to research crop 4 later after I finish professional soldiery, so I can actually improve my crops, because I just have a bunch of level 3 crop fields, and I need to build that fishing thing eventually. I might just tear that down. Yeah, there's some buildings in Tingus I need to fix. I wonder why I didn't convert that city back there. I don't know, you watch this stuff over and you're like, well, I would have done this. Or you're like, the person's looking for the details to replace a general, and you're like, oh, but it's right there, and they can't hear you. So I guess that's one of the annoying things you do when you watch a video. But especially when it's your own video, you're like, oh my goodness, was I really that stupid to miss that little thing? But anyway, I'll go through these problems as many times to convert over any buildings I missed. You know, Syracuse wasn't really a... Yeah, like, I gotta upgrade these things. Syracuse wasn't a big threat. Right now I'm upgrading the Empire here, keeping people happy, giving us some more food. I'm really liking that fountain public baths building. It serves as an aqueduct, I think, for sanitation. These guys are taking a lot of casualties. Just kidding. These guys right now, we are pretty much upgrading my whole empire, going through all my provinces. Cattle, pens, and stuff. I was thinking about in that latest part converting those guys over to a farm because I need all the food I can get. Like when food gets low for me, it's like 16. You can see there on your provinces, it gives you the wealth. It gives you how happy they are towards you, like if they're red or not. It gives you like a broken red thing if they're not all your province, and it also gives you a yellow for not importing, red for importing, and green for surplus. So as you can see, Carthage is pretty much Africa's. I'm importing a lot of my well, I'm exporting a lot of my grain and stuff from Africa because that's a major money maker there. Well, not the old crop. The wealth helps from the crops there, but it's a major how would you say it? It's a major crop area, yeah, for wheat and various other types of... I don't know what they're growing in Africa, but I do know historically Africa was a great province for the Roman Empire. So Africa was a great province for the Roman Empire. The Vandals, after the Roman Empire started to fall, went through the Straits of Gibraltar and went into Africa and took that over. And then I think before that, it was like the Berbers who were, at least in Total War, Barbarian Invasion. Once they get this game sorted, they should really work on a Barbarian Invasion. Because I'd be like, I can imagine, like, they made it a little too hard for the West Roman Empire originally.
We hunger for battle.
I mean, what if they introduced religion back into this? I guess you have culture and stuff, but... I mean, did they make medieval? I want, like, medieval free after this game, because it's been so long, you know, it's just been as long as Rome. Well, you know, you like want an expansion of Barbarian, but then you want another medieval.
Commander.
We'll definitely see medieval 3 eventually. I mean, we were like, yep, Rome 2 is coming, guys. It's coming. And they gave us Fall of the Samurai. Yeah. Still only did 3 campaigns on that, just because I didn't like it as much. I think I've said this a couple times. I mean, you're welcome to disagree with my opinion here, but I thought it was I wouldn't call it like a full game. Yes, it was a standalone expansion and stuff, but let's be honest, it nearly wasn't like a brand. It felt how long they worked on it, the expansion was too small. And also, I mean, it was just kind of, I like how they let you choose Realm Divide, and in this game, Realm Divide's like your Civil War.
Why?
Look at those guys trying to help me declare war on someone else. I'm going to take that second army that's done healing after this turn, I believe, and I'm going to attack that little army out there. It's just hanging out, taking attrition, you know, losing people in the woods. And guys are coming back to the town saying, you know, yeah, Just a civilian, just off. Okay, you're under Roman rule now. Okay, open the gates, guys. I should learn some Latin just to like say that some of that stuff. Oh, they're besieging me. Easy kill there. Look at that. I hope I don't lose any units in this auto resolve. I don't think I did. Another unit. I lost another Legion or Praetorian there. Why weren't those guys there to reinforce? It looks like with the green, like they have a plague. Who said they were a virtuous man? I remember saying that in the live commentary, and then it, you know, it didn't record it. This clan that controls these provinces, I'm gonna push into Britain in the next couple parts here.
A woman's words.
Okay, she got wounded by a scout. How dare he stab a woman? Right now, going for sewers. I'm really trying to get some of the public order bonuses here. I need to let this army train up. I was wondering where my legions went in that army there. That seemed pretty small. I might have to send them back to Rome at some point because they can't. Maybe I should just build a military garrison like they actually had. As you can see, no more securing promotions. You can see your family member here. There's no family tree, unfortunately, in this. But you can kind of see the politics are pointless after the Roman Empire is formed. I'm not sure if I stuck with the Republic if I have to deal with all that stuff again. I was kind of worried about another civil war there.
Ready for battle.
And this army, which is healed up, is going to go pursue these guys.
Leave none alive.
And we won't. I wonder why he has like green stuff on him. Does he need to be upgraded, or does he have the plague?
Waiting for more orders.
I don't think he has the plague. He must need to be. Well, he might have just upgraded there. So those guys are now gone. I wonder if I upgrade him if something.
Make haste, men.
I wonder why that detail scroll isn't popping up. Okay. Oh, maybe the general himself needed to upgrade. Nope, that's weird. So we're gonna start scouting out some of the enemy areas. Hopefully, I'll do that. It's a little hard doing post commentary on these. You kind of don't know what you're doing. I always do prefer to do stuff live anyway, so you get my live reactions. I had to like for the first like 13 minutes of a War episode, I had to like post commentate over that or post yeah.
Ready for orders.
We're getting ready for our next target here to attack.
On the move. Ready for battle.
Now that the Civil War is over, guys, we're gonna start moving into the northern channel there, bringing up another army. I'm telling you, my armies are like almost gonna be gold by the time I'm done with them. I'm wondering if I bring some of these armies back, if I can actually upgrade them to Praetorians instead of being
ready for orders.
You know, like instead of being, they don't need to be necessarily Praetorian, but they could be. Well, I mean, I want them to be a veteran legionnaire. You know, I want them to be at least a veteran legionnaire. It'd be great if they were Praetorians. So I don't think I can actually recruit those in other provinces in Rome unless I like upgrade to the 4th barracks. I'll be able to get Praetorian cavalry with the other barracks stuff. Should really learn a little bit more about military buildings. Anyway, and these guys are starting to go up by a decent amount, but now they're neutral, so I'm able to take them out. I got to pursue these guys. I mean, they thought I was gonna like, some thought I was gonna declare war on them. I'm just gonna wait on the border here, I think, till next turn, so I can hit them in one turn. That way, if their armies, you know, wandering around. Actually, yeah, it's kind of funny how the provinces are set up because those two provinces there are all connected. Like those 3 cities in a row are connected. So we're still kind of planning my battle strategy here. Who like judging the forces there. I need to upgrade some various generals here. Easily go to the forces, scroll out, makes your life a lot easier. Well, actually, that's not a general, but that's a dignitary. I think something will happen on one of those. Yeah, something will happen on one of those dignitaries when they go over to Britain. You'll see that though.
What do you wish of me?
So definitely stay tuned, guys.
We hunger for battle.
Okay, so as we can see, my dignitary is now moving up into northern Gaul here, or is going to be crossing over the Spanish-Frankish border. I think Bordeaux's around there in the south of France. Anyway, like I've been saying, maybe I'm not sure if you guys see this enough, but I'm really enjoying this campaign. Like, I get so excited when I play these parts. Just when I do the parts out and I have to voice over something, it's kind of hard because You've already kind of done it once, and well, I had midterms last week, so that was my big thing. But I'm getting it out now and expect more videos this week because I've got some other parts I've recorded after this. So I definitely want to make up for not doing a lot of videos this weekend or last week. Egypt has been destroyed as a faction, which is kind of a good thing. I'm not sure how powerful the Middle East is. It looks like on the mini map down there we have a decent thing. I can kind of see using my family, but honestly, politics don't even matter. There really isn't a Senate anymore because I can actually. Yeah, the Civil War's been over for a while.
Ready for battle.
I was gonna say because I'm like, wait a second. Yeah, so politics don't really even matter in this game. Well, toward after you've done all this stuff, these guys aren't converting over, by the way.
Ready for battle.
A tip I would give to converting provinces quickly is to make sure you try to convert over all the buildings. That's pretty obvious, right? But also try to have a dignitary in there, and if you can take the capital first of the province.
Ready for further orders.
Ready
for battle.
Not prosecuting, but trespassing on their land. I was gonna say like, I don't even know where I was going there. So I was going on their land. I'm actually gonna go to war with them shortly, but first I gotta get rid of these guys.
We take
The
this
Edis or
settlement
something.
for Rome.
Got a lot of troops. I want to start using some light rams sometime. I'm just gonna build a ladder.
None will
I'm really
escape.
happy they I can like do war targets and stuff, but I don't have. I guess I can do that with Sparta. I don't really have any allies. I don't really want. Honestly, when I go to war, I don't even want Sparta to come because we saw come to help me because we saw what they did last time. I'm just gonna declare war on this faction, just get them off the map, trying to conquer the. See, I didn't go with Sparta there. I don't want them coming to help me out because I want to take all the provinces for myself.
Besieging settlement.
I am definitely planning on going to get rid of Sparta here. That is my goal. Get rid of Sparta in the end. Not in this part, but once I kind of secure. I want to point on it with my mouse, but this post commentary after all. I want to secure northern Thrace and push in on Sparta and hit them with all my legions. Because if I push all the way out to Russia and get that last province, and I can kind of have my legionnaires, around Sparta, and I just gotta move a lot of my forces to the Middle East because I don't think there's gonna be rebellions. Once again, I am trespassing, but I'm going to war with these guys. I appreciate these guys are just gonna migrate over to my to Sicily after I push them out there because they have no defenses. I mean, it's pretty obvious I'm gonna take that settlement from them. I'm double checking some of these provinces in the south and making sure I didn't leave anything. I still have some unconverted buildings. I mean. Oh yeah, I didn't want to have squalid either. I gotta improve some of my villas in some of the later parts here because I mean I need a lot of food. I mean right now I got a lot, but I'm gonna start building a lot of things. It's a balance, like I said earlier, between temples and happiness, and then your food supply. So like I said, an earlier balance between the two, and it's hard because you need happiness, but you also need money
At your command.
to actually get that. You need money and you need food to actually get the happiness, and food is important. I haven't actually gone to a surplus, or I haven't gone to a shortage. I've had shortage. I just got this cool DVD about war history, so I'm gonna watch some of that after this commentary. I like getting these DVDs in the mail. I mean, I always think you can learn more about what you don't know about. Obviously you can learn more about what you don't know about, but it's good to expand your knowledge just on things you don't know. And I don't know about you guys, but I like learning new things if they're interesting to me, like war history. I love it. So if I don't know about a certain country's groups of war and there's a DVD on it and I have the money to pay for it, I'll probably get it. I'm gonna start doing that. I recently got, well, I guess recently is like September, I got the First World War series. It was by the Military Channel, and that's a very good series. It's about 10 episodes long, about 45 minutes each, so I'm really enjoying that series. I'm 8 episodes. I just finished the 8th episode when I went home. I mean, I was really cranking through, and then I stopped because of midterms. I do love doing this YouTube stuff. I mean, I really love it. I'm just a normal guy, and it's really nice to think that, when I was putting out a video back in 09 when I started, I was just happy to get it. I was like so happy when I had 100 video views total, and now my videos are getting like 200 to 700 views on them. 700 on a good day. I need some more people to start watching this stuff out of the subscribers. The percentage of subscribers to views is pretty sad. I mean, I've been looking at, like, say you have 2 million subscribers, you get like 200,000. It's like, what, 10%? It's like some attrition there. So let's see, 10% of that's about 500 for me, if you're lucky. So let's just keep watching the videos, keep liking. I definitely love comments. Sometimes in my comments I get a little backlogged, guys. So with my comments, I'll go back like a month or two and I'll just go answer all of them. So, you know, I get a little backlog sometimes. I need to go back and check the things. I'm looking at what to research. I'm thinking I'm going to stop on the siege tree here because I'm not like leaving places under siege for a long time. I want to get to the professional soldiery, so I'm going to start down that path. I think that says mercenary auxiliary, and then we're going to go to something reforms, and that's ships and stuff. So these guys are in forced march. I can take them out of forced march and take over this last settlement. Now remember, oh, actually they have a little province of Bryn. Now remember, they made peace with me because I was fighting with the Senate. So I'm going to repay them for being nice and take over their town. they're from Britain now, I think. I think that's their home province.
Ready for orders.
But those guys are going to, I mean, I'm going to still be fighting them in the later parts here just because they're in Italy. There are so many of these household traits here, it's ridiculous. So we're going to be doing some consecrated grounds. I really need some more. Yeah, come on, do food, do food. God, man, do food here. Do it, do it. No, don't do consecrated grounds. We need, okay, whatever. Oh, yeah, there we go. I did the villa. I was thinking in my head there. So I'm definitely going to switch over the buildings, try to promote land culture. It's easier to promote land culture when you have extra, how do you say this? When you have extra cities in the provinces, because you can build more temples. When you have a province of just 2, you got to really use dignitaries. I'm still wondering why that guy is green. And now we're going to declare war on these Britons. I can't really see on the screen.
We take this settlement.
But we're going to be declaring war. We're going to be fighting a lot of major battles against them, including where modern-day Lombardium should be. Or modern-day London should be. It was like Lombardium.
Besieging the settlement.
And we're going to start just pretty much pushing it. We're going to push them right to the sea. And then we're going to stage ourselves to, you know, capture these various territories and then push into Great Britain itself. And that's a good money maker. The reason I'm doing this is because Britain has 4,000 overall province wealth. That's just like the southern part of Britain, not including Ireland and Scotland. So that's like worth my while to do that. I think at the end of this part we're doing a siege of those guys. Don't quote me on that. It's been a little while since I recorded this and since I'm uploading this. Yeah. Maybe I want to leave them under siege for a turn. I don't know, but I like when the Barbarians are sieged in. I really want to try insulting more of these cities. I don't really have a lot to fear because my legions are very powerful right now. Even just the basic legionnaires, you know, they're not necessarily the strongest troops, but the veteran legionnaires and the Praetorians, don't even get me started. Praetorians are ridiculous. Maybe you guys are saying I'm a little tired of, well, I'm not implying that you guys would say this, but if anyone's getting a little tired of fighting the Barbarians, skirmishers, and slingers, we'll be going against some Spartans soon enough, and those guys are going to be packing heavy infantry. Now the question is, will Athens join me? I think they should, and if they don't, I'm going to take them out too. But I definitely want to get into the Middle East after I wrap up this front of Europe here. I'm going to start expanding in the south. This will be coming. I haven't done it yet. I can't believe she failed there. I haven't done that yet, but in a couple parts here, I'm gonna try to go into modern-day Libya and start pushing where Egypt used to be. You can raise a lot of forces. What's cool is you can reinstate your legacy, and what that does is it gives you old legions that have experience on them and traditions. So that's kind of a cool thing to do. That's what you want to do. I mean, I have like 12 legions, and I got like a 14th legion and stuff.
Ready for
Yes, I'm still training armies around here. I'm pretty much putting armies, gonna start bringing some armies up and putting them on my border. Down here, I haven't gotten rid of the Nasamones yet. I will though in due time. I'm about to declare war on them actually and just take out their ships that are just like hanging around here. Oh, they were like neutral. Now they're gonna back away, but I'm gonna try to sink the bigger one first because I know my garrison can fight off the smaller fleet there. I just want to. Nasamones are kind of annoying, and they're one province, and they push all the way up, and they're attacking with the Garmontians, and it's just a pain to fight these guys. So I love how they try to get away like twice, and then my fleet's just gonna have enough movement points here to get them just in time. I feel like Africa's become a major food source for my
It is
empire
an
here.
honor to serve.
One thing I love about, I think I mentioned this a little bit earlier, but one thing I love about Rome too is the hugeness of this map. I was talking a little bit about earlier about empire, and I was talking about the continents and stuff, and how big that was. But this map I think is even bigger. Naval guy. Yeah, I'm also building up a navy near Messana, I believe.
Disembarking now.
Interesting. I just got a Steam thing on that video. Anyway, we're about to wrap up the part here in about 40 seconds. Hope you enjoyed the post commentary. Next one will be live. Don't worry, I got my live reactions. I hope this wasn't too bad with my post commentary here. I'm a little out of my element doing it, but I tried to keep you guys entertained. I did it in 2 parts here because I couldn't just talk for like half an hour. I had to kind of come up with some more stuff. So stay tuned for the next parts. Leave a like if you enjoyed it.
Your orders?
Oh, we had to do a comment at the end. Okay, guys. So include a comment talking about.
Yes.
What should we say? What should we say? We're about to run out of time. Do a comment talking about. We gotta make it.
Your next command?
Do a comment talking about my.
Your orders?
Just do a comment talking about Athens. There you go. Do a comment. Just say mention Athens in. I don't know. You watch the video to the end. It'll be kind of a fun game we can play with the other people. Anyways, Cornellia signing off. Hope you enjoyed this part. Leave a like and leave comments about Athens if you want to play that little game where we'll see you watch to the end. You guys can kind of talk and secret code. Anyway, Cornellia signing off. Hope you enjoyed.